Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, live here on the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com. Here with the 2020 IHSAA Class 2A Sectional 40 Girls Basketball Semifinal Round, as we have your 14-9 Wapahani Lady Raiders taking on the 17-6 Lapel Lady Bulldogs here from Lapel High School here in Lapel, Indiana. Thanks for joining us here for some Lady Raider basketball here tonight as we get right into things with our Raiders Live pregame presented by Kara J. Wolf, DDS PC. Obviously, this being the most important time of the year, this is where obviously you got to lay it all out there on the table. Wapahani played Lapel just last week, in which the Lapel beat Wapahani 53-42. It was a tough ball game and really had an opportunity to win as the game continued to go along there, but unfortunately things just fell apart for us. Couple different things kind of went on there. One thing, Madison Thompson really couldn't get going like she normally does. Shots were just rattling in and out. And I think if you have her on tonight, along with having a balanced attack on the inside with the likes of Lexi Morrow, Layla Lee, and a couple other girls, Jalen Willis, it could be a whole new different ball game here this evening. I don't think it could be a precursor to things from last week's game to this week's game. This obviously being a much more important game. I mean, yeah, every game is important, but especially now you get into sectional state tournament play. Obviously, the stakes are higher. The games are even that much more important, and obviously the pressure is there. Both teams, obviously, I'm sure, feeling that pressure. The objectivity is to come out here and to win every single ball game, and especially this time of the year, it's win or go home. And neither team obviously wants to go home. And so Wapahani, this being their first state tournament game so far here of the tournament, maybe a little bit different. Gives them a little bit more rest. Now Lapel, coming off of a win, does have a little bit of momentum though coming in here to tonight's game, and not only that, but then coming off of a win last week against us here at Lapel, they have some confidence coming into this game. And them, I'm sure that they probably are thinking that they're going to have their way with us, but hopefully Wapahani has other ideas, and we can come out here and play great basketball, execute on both ends of the floor. Again, defense always a priority. We've got to make it a big priority here this evening with the likes of McKinley Taylor, Lily Daniels. Those two young ladies can take over a game rather quickly, but kind of the spark plug here, Morgan Knapp here for this Lapel Lady Bulldog team. The point guard here for the Bulldogs, big-time spark plug here for them, so got to really make sure and watch out for her here this evening as well. So, folks, we'll step aside here for a break. We got tonight's national anthem coming up right after this, live on the WHS Network. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Here's tonight's non-starters for your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Number 3, Kendall Thrasher. Number 4, Reese Baker. Number 23, Malia York. Number 30, Ashley England. Number 31, Lauren Luce. Number 32, Trinity Brozier. And number 33, Jalen Willis. Now for your Raider starters. Starting here at one guard, we have a 5'6" senior, number 2, Lexi Wolf. Starting at guard, a 5'4" junior, number 11, Madison Thompson. At one forward, a 5'7" sophomore, number 12, Layla Lee. At another forward, a 5'10" junior, number 24, Lexi Morrow. And at another forward, a 5'9" freshman, number 25, Cameron Wise. Again, your Raiders are coached by Scott Hudson, assisted by Cambry Jolly, as well as Carly Boggs and Sydney Cook. Now we'll take a look here at the non-starters for the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. Start off here with number 10, Kareth Renahan. Number 21, Anna Willis. Number 23, Chloe Tucker. Number 25, Denia Haseman. And number 40, Michaela McDowell. Now for the starters here, starting at one guard, a 5'4" senior, number 11, Morgan Knepp. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 30, McKinley Taylor. At another guard, a 5'5" junior, number 32, Lily Daniels. At one forward, a 5'8" senior, number 33, Delaney Peoples. And at forward, a 5'11" sophomore, number 42, Ashlyn Allman. Again, the Lady Bulldogs, coached by Zach Newby. And again, these Lady Bulldogs are they're a well-oiled machine here. Like I said, we played them last week. Had a chance, really, especially there in the second half, to not only have the opportunity to win the ball game, but to really even push it further than that. But unfortunately, things didn't work out for us. And nonetheless, we're looking for a great evening of basketball live here on the WHS Network, and we appreciate you all for joining us here tonight. And so tonight's game is now underway. The Raiders will start out with the first possession of the night. Again, Madison Thompson out at the top here now. Cameron Wise on the right side. Thompson left side. Now Wolf near the corner. Dribbles it all the way back up top. Finds Thompson again here on the right wing. Again, we apologize here with camera view that we have. That's about all we can do for here tonight. Hopefully all of you guys are able to enjoy this evening's ball game. Hopefully we'll try to keep the interruptions as little as possible. Morrow no good there on the shot. Wise coming down with a rebound. Morrow takes it inside, loses the handle on it, and will turn it over here for the first time tonight as the Lady Bulldogs head back the other way, led here by Morgan Knepp. Knepp here top of the key, now swung on. Here's Daniels. He's looking for Peoples down low. Nice close off there. And not much more you can do there if you're Lexi Morrow. Kept their hands straight up in the air. Daniels took it right to her, forced the foul. And so the foul here on number 24, Lexi Morrow. That's going to be her first, team's first. So the first free throw will be up, and it will be good to get the scoring underway here this evening. Second free throw attempt up and good as well. So the Bulldogs off to a 2-0 start to begin tonight. The Raider offense led there by Lexi Wolf. Now Morrow will hand it off to Thompson. Curls around, takes a shot from the free throw line. It's up and it's good. Beautiful shot there from Thompson, seeing her first points on the night, and it's good to get her going early. Again, she struggled mightily last week, which wasn't even her fault. She had a good game, just unfortunately shots weren't falling for her. I mean, there was numerous times where it just fall right in and right out. So Thompson comes up with a defensive rebound there, pushes it up floor here for Wapahani. Wolf right side, back up top here, and Thompson will settle things down and orchestrate this Raider offense. With just right about 6 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter, Thompson takes it to the hole. And the layup will be up and good. So now a 4-2 Wapahani lead. First lead of the night here, Knapp. Swung on to Daniels, right side. Nobody there, good defense now. Peoples will drag it all the way up top here. The Raiders, again, in a zone defense here. Daniels here for three and strikes from downtown. Again, not somebody you really want to leave open. Daniels, a 31% three-point shooter coming into the state tournament, 30 of 97. Again, as a team, Lapel shooting 29% from beyond the arc. Wapahani at 30%. Post feed down low. Morrow will go up for two and will be fouled on the play. So the foul here on number 42, Allman. So that's going to be her first, team's first. So the first one good right there to tie things up here at 5. First points of the evening here for Lexi Morrow. Second free throw attempt up and good as well. Beautifully done. So the Raiders retake the lead, 6-5. Good now, 2 points here on the night here for Lexi Morrow. Peoples up top here to Daniels. Swung back over now. Peoples will dribble it back up top to find Knapp. Right side action here now. Daniels, another three-pointer up. Well off the mark that time. And tipped into the hands of Peoples. I'm not sure. Looked to have nearly been out of bounds there, but Peoples will go up strong for two. That is Delaney Peoples. And Lapel retakes the lead now 7-6. Lee there at the elbow. Back up top now. Thompson will find the post feed down low, and the Raiders will turn it over. Not a very good angle to pass the ball to. Peoples for two, that time no good. Wise comes down with a rebound, now her second on the night. And then Wapahani will turn it right back over. So the foul here on Wise, her first. Team second. Now up here on the right wing inside, Peoples has a wide open lane to the basket. Somebody's got to step in front of that. He was late there on the help side defense. Wise here on the right wing up top. Now Lee swung on to Wolf. Back over to Lee, down low, and that's going to be another Raider turnover. Very lazy with a couple of these passes already. Dish down low, and Lapel will turn it over. First turnover of the night here for them. Kicked outside. Wolf there with a shot fake. Now on the Wise. The three-pointer will be up and good. So Cameron Wise strikes from beyond the arc. That is actually her first points on the night. 3 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Peoples again goes up strong for 2. Another clear shot there for wide open and need to contest a lot better and deny the basketball on the inside. And even if they dribble it in, somebody's got to be right there to cut it off. Don't give her a lane to dribble through. Thompson with a deep three, no good there. Wolf with a rebound. Now kick back out, and Wapahani turns it right back over. 5 turnovers already for the Lady Raiders. And the three-pointer by Taylor off the mark there. Battle for the rebound. And we'll have a jump ball, which the possession arrow will favor Lapel. As we'll see Reese Baker, as well as Ashley England and Jalen Willis now in here for the first time tonight for the Raiders. Again, we have 2:25 remaining here in the first quarter. Lapel 11, Wapahani 9. Delaney Peoples to inbound here for the Lady Bulldogs. Allman up top now, number 23, Tucker. Off the mark there on the shot, and we're going to have an over-the-back foul after the rebound there by England. Foul's going to be on number 42, Ashlyn Allman, so that's already going to be her second, team second. So Taylor back in here. Got a very short breather there. Handoff here, Thompson swung on to Baker. Now Ashley England to Willis. Back to England again. Now here's Wise, left side, takes it to the elbow and then loses the handle on again. We've got to be stronger with the basketball, folks. Those of you that's watched us out here, we've had a little bit of an issue, not necessarily always in this game, but in other games previously throughout the season. We dribble it inside. We've got to be stronger with the basketball, whether you're dribbling it inside or you're posting up on the inside or just holding it out on the perimeter. We've got to do a better job of making sure of holding on to the basketball. Another offensive rebound, no good on the putback there. Willis cleans up on the board. Gives her first rebound of the night. Now England for three. Not enough on that one. That's going to head out of bounds. It'll be Lady Bulldogs basketball. Here's number 21, Anna Willis. We'll see her first action here of the night. So again, a minute and a half now remaining here in the opening quarter. McDowell dish down low. Peoples now on there to Taylor, and there's going to be a two-shot foul. So the foul here on England will be her first, team's third. Looked to have been a travel well before the shot. But, yeah, there could have been a travel, a jump ball. But referees didn't see it, so you just got to roll with the punches, so to speak. So again, Taylor off the mark there with the first free throw. Her second of two upcoming here, and it will be up and good. So now a 12-9 lead here for Lapel. Got a $1:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Thompson once again will bring it up floor here for the Raiders. Screen sent there by Wise. Baker now takes it in, back out. England for three. That looks good off the back iron. Wise with a rebound now out to Baker. That will be no good. Bounced around a couple times, and here come the Bulldogs once again. Tucker with a wide open layup. So again, we came up with some stops defensively. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to translate that into points on our offensive end. We've came up empty on numerous drives here in a row. England, wide open path to the basket. No foul called, and we're going to have a jump ball in which the possession arrow will favor Wapahani. With 33 seconds to play here in the first, and now we'll see Lexi Wolf and Lexi Morrow re-enter the ball game here for Wapahani for England and Wise. And bounded underneath there. Willis no good on the shot. Again, fading away from the basket with a hook shot instead. Maybe go up into him a little bit more, force some contact. McDowell for three. Rims in and out, no good. Another offensive rebound, no good. Morrow collecting on the rebound there. Her first of the night. 10 seconds to play with here. In the corner, Baker up and no good. Willis can't get the putback to go, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So, folks, we'll step aside here for a break. 14-9 Lapel at the end of one.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're
All righty, folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com. Again, we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening, again, with the semifinal round of the 2020 IHSAA Class 2A Sectional 40 Girls Basketball Tournament. Again, it's Lapel 14, Wapahani 9 as we enter this second quarter play here from Lapel High School. Willis outside here. Daniels with a wide open three, no good. And a loose ball. Willis will come up with a rebound, gives her now 2 of them on the night. So turnover there. 7 turnovers now for Wapahani on the night. Knapp now swung on to Willis, down low. Back out to Daniels, and we're going to have a kickball, and that's going to head up into the stands. Tell you what, Lexi Wolf might want to sign up there for the Indianapolis Colts next fall. Maybe give Adam Vinatieri a little run for his money there, so to speak, after that punt. I mean, that was sent flying. So we'll see Cameron Wise back in here for Jalen Willis. Kinley Taylor, and that's going to be a Raider takeaway. Nice hands there by Wise, and goes up strong for 2. Beautifully done. Second turnover now for Lapel. 5 points now on the night here for Cameron Wise. And the Raiders now back within 3. Knapp out near half court. Daniels drives baseline. Nice close off by Morrow. But then still found a underneath pass there and a bucket there by McKinley Taylor. Getting these wide open looks here with this zone defense that the Raiders have. Might have to start reverting to obviously something else here because our zone ain't quite working for us. Wise for 3. A little too strong on that one. Taylor's shot's going to be up, no good. Rebounded by Morgan Knapp. Another offensive board here for the Bulldogs. Thompson with the rebound there. Takes it down low and up, and it's good. You'll love the aggressiveness there by Madison Thompson. 6 points now in the night there for the young lady to go along with 2 rebounds. And back to a minimal 3-point lead here for the Bulldogs. Again, we've got to continue to push the threshold here if you're Wapahani on the defensive end. Keep forcing them to be very uncomfortable. Great job there. Morrow comes up with a pickoff. So now we've got to translate this into points offensively. Can't afford to have empty possessions. So a Raider turnover now, number 8 here on the night. Knapp here on the left side up top now. Daniels swung on Willis down low to Tucker. Back up top again, Knapp. In the corner here, Tucker for 3. Well off the mark there. Wise corralling the rebound. That's her 4th now on the night. Wolf here in the left corner. Post feed down low. Morrow takes it inside, and the shot's going to be up and no good. Really didn't give herself all that great of an angle there. I'd like to see her put that off the backboard. And the Bulldogs will turn it right back over here to your Raiders now. 4 turnovers down the night here for Lapel. So McDowell back in here for Lapel. And we'll see Baker back in here for Wapahani, along with Layla Lee. Baker takes it inside. A little too much mustard there off the glass. Daniels now on the Tucker. To the corner now. McDowell for 3. No good. Daniels with a rebound. Now dish to Peoples for 2. And it's up and it's good. And the Raiders will take a timeout. So this will be their first charge timeout here of the evening. So folks, we'll go ahead and step aside again. This will be our Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC game break. Timeout. We'll be back right after this break. Alrighty, folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network. Again, coming out of the timeout here, it's going to be Wapahani basketball. 3:40 remaining here in the first half. Lapel leads at 18-13. Oh, yes, a wide open Thompson and dialing it up from long range. Oh, heck yes. Thompson with her first 3 of the night, and the Raiders now only down by 2. McDowell now to Daniels, 2-point bucket, no good. Thompson corralling the rebound, but then lost the handle on it. So a foul here on Wise. That's going to be her second. Team's 4th. We'll see number 30, McKinley Taylor, back in here for the Bulldogs. Number 32, Lily Daniels. Knapp on the right side now. Peoples kicked outside to Taylor. Now in the corner, McDowell look to drive baseline. Back outside again. Now Knapp for 3. It's up and well off the mark there. Morrow corralling a rebound. Her second on the night. And back come the Raiders. Lee down low to Morrow. And the layup no good. Knapp here on the left wing, now down low. So Peoples will be fouled on the play. So foul on Lee, that's her first. Team's 5th. And the first free throw attempt will be up and good. So we'll see Wolf back in here for Wise. And the second went up and no good, but the offensive rebound by Allman. That is where you've got to get the block out. That you cannot give them an extra possession. Cross court now, McDowell for 3. Off the mark there, Wolf corralling the rebound. Rebound number 2 now for Lexi. Screen set there, now on the Baker in the corner. He's looking to drive baseline, but dribbled it back out. Now Morrow hands it back off. Thompson finds Wolf. Morrow again, 3-pointer up, and no good. Baker with a rebound, and shot was blocked there on the putback. And it's going to be out of bounds off of the Raiders. Knapp out near the half-court line. Back over to Peoples. Now Taylor down low to Allman. Good hustle there by Lee. Peoples comes up with it and brings it back down floor here. Now Taylor drives inside, stuck in the corner. Dish back out. Delaney Peoples up top now to Knapp. 51 seconds and layup up and good. Goal. Lee here to top the key. Right side, here's Thompson. No good. So it'll be Raider basketball after the tipped out of bounds off of Allman there. Tucker will re-enter the game here for the Lady Bulldogs. 28 seconds remaining here in the first half. Thompson inbound. Inbounded to Morrow, and she will be fouled on the play. So the foul on number 11, Morgan Knapp, her first, team's third. Inbounded to Lee, goes up strong for two and is able to kiss it off the glass there for her first points on the night. 21-18. Up top to Knapp. Got to finish strong here defensively if you're Wapahani. Keep it where it's at. Tucker, right side here, and that's going to be a turnover, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So both teams will head to the locker room as Lapel leads it 21-18 here at the half. We got a close one here, folks. We'll step aside here for a break, and we got your halftime report coming up live on the WHS Network.
Need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alrighty, welcome back live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here with our halftime report. Again with Lapel Lady Bulldog lead over your Wapahani Lady Raiders 21-18. Now again, And this is a ball game that obviously you're in a situation now very winnable. You're in striking distance here. You're only down by 3. We've got to obviously, I think, still do some things a little bit different defensively. I like our defensive effort. We've definitely worked our tails off, got some stops, but they're still getting inside a little too easily. And then it's I think as the game goes along here, their perimeter shooters have been off the mark. I think as the game goes along here, they're going to start firing here on all cylinders. So we've got to do a little bit better job of making sure that, yes, obviously we're guarding the perimeter, but more importantly, they're getting a lot of open space on the inside to kind of have their way. I know of at least 4, possibly 5 wide open layups that they've had. We've got to do a better job of kind of clustering things a little bit more in the post area, but also being able to get out on these shooters. I mean, I don't know, he might, head coach Scott Hudson might stay in a zone. He might start reverting to a man, or in this case, I guess, a woman-to-woman defense. But still, the fact of the matter is, we've got to come out here, play with that same type of energy and execution here on the defensive end of the second half. Because like I said, we've done enough defensively to keep ourselves in the ballgame. Just unfortunately on the offensive end, we just haven't still been able to get anything going. And really our biggest source of offense has been Madison Thompson, which leads us into our scoring breakdown here at the half. The Raiders again led there by Madison Thompson, 9 points along with 3 rebounds. Cameron Wise also 5 points, 4 rebounds. She's had a very nice first half. Lexi Morrow, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Layla Lee with 2 points. And then Lexi Wolf with 2 rebounds. And Ashley England with 1 rebound. And Jalen Willis with 2 rebounds. So, again, we've made the necessary measures on the defensive end, for the most part, just in getting stops. But that's all been because, really, in my estimation, the poor shooting by Lapel. Luckily, because they've had numerous opportunities. So, again, I'd like to see us do a little bit better defensively from that standpoint, to where they're not getting consistent open looks, because eventually, like I said, those shots will start to fall. The law of average will just kind of tell you that. If you leave somebody that wide open that many times, shots will start to fall, and especially when you're underneath looking for layups. And so we've got to do a better job of closing things off here, but I still do like our effort overall. We have worked hard. We can just get the offense going here a little bit more. Then, hopefully we'll be in the good standings of things and be able to possibly win this ball game. But you have a long way to go. You got 16 minutes worth of basketball still left. We've got to continue to leave it all out there on the floor. We've got to also do a better job of taking better care of the basketball. We end up having 8 first-half turnovers. There's been some instances where, we might be dribbling the ball inside. It gets, taken right away from us. We've got to be able to be strong with the basketball and understand, obviously, your surroundings. And, if there's, 1, possibly 2 or 3 girls guarding you there, you've got to hold on to that basketball. Be strong with it. Don't panic. I understand that's a lot easier said than done, but I've been there, done that. I understand it. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but we've still got to make the necessary measures to be able to put points on the board, and we can't do that if we continue to turn the basketball over with little petty things like that. So, again, still 3-point game, 21-18. We'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here to wrap things up on our halftime report live on the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network again to wrap things up here with our halftime report. 16 minutes of basketball. 16 minutes, you get to continue to come out here, play the game you love, and hopefully get a win. You've got to put it all out on the table. Can't leave anything out there left undone. You've got to know that at the end of the ball game, you did your very best to possibly come out here and give yourself a chance to win. So hopefully Wapahani does that here tonight. We've got to continue to execute better offensively, get the ball inside. I think we've done a pretty good job of that. We just haven't had much success. So hopefully we can find some confidence, find some points on the inside. Hopefully then that will only complement our outside game even that much more. Defensively, got to continue to be getting after here. Again, we brought the intensity, just unfortunately we're leaving them open. You've got to cut that off, making sure that they're not having consistent open shots here. Rebounding the basketball, obviously key, and turnovers along with free throws. Obviously that's every facet of the ball game we've got to do correctly here in the second half to come up with a big win. So folks, thanks for staying tuned in. We got your third quarter coming up live here on the WHS Network. All righty, folks, here we are back with the start of the third quarter. Again, live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com as the Raiders will open up with possession of the basketball to open up this third quarter. Again, we got the starters back in here: Thompson, Wise, Wolf, Morrow, and Lee. So Wise starting off aggressively here, taking the ball to the hole as the foul will be on number 30, McKinley Taylor. Her first, team's first of the half. Again, the Raiders shot only 2 free throws in the first half. Both of those were makes by Lexi Morrow. And the second one no good as well. We've got to capitalize on free opportunities. That is 2 points that we'll never get back right there, unfortunately. Daniels down low here now. Peoples creates some space inside and puts it off the glass. Thompson right side here now. Wise up top. Lee coming through the middle there. Now Wolf on the left wing here. So trying to find Wise potentially down low. Instead, Morrow swung on to Thompson. Wise for 2, puts it off the glass. So back to a 3-point ball game after the made bucket there from Cameron Wise. Now 7 points on the night there for that young lady. 23-20 Knepp. Swung back over to Peoples here on the right wing. Back over to Knepp again, and now down low, Allman. He fouled on the play. Foul on Wise, that's her third, team's first. And the first one's going to be up and good. Second free throw attempt will be up and good as well. So back to a 5-point Lady Bulldog lead after the 2 made free throws by number 42, Ashlyn Allman. Morrow now to Wolf, right side, takes it in the middle, dumps it back out. A wide open Cameron Wise, and it's up, and it's good. Cameron Wise strikes from three-point land. Now 10 points for Cameron on the night. And now a 2-point lead and another wide open layup. Getting burned on this zone right now. Wolf out here to Lee, now back inside. Morrow for two. No good there, and somehow Taylor gets out of that unscathed. Daniels drives baseline, deflected pass, now out to Knepp. Taylor now for three, and it's up, and it's good. And that will force the Raiders to take a timeout, so a quick 5-0 run here by the Bulldogs. Now they lead at 30-23 here with 5:14 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, folks, back at it here as we're about to have both teams coming back out of the timeout here with 5:14 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, it is Lapel 30, Wapahani 23. So again, the Raiders had it within two, but then you had a wide open layup and then a wide open three. That's what I'm saying. The zone is not playing very friendly to us here throughout this evening's ball game. Wise lost the handle on it and another turnover, but then Lapel thankfully will give it right back to us. Baker back in. So return here for Lee. Thompson out near half court, guarded by Delaney Peoples. Wise setting up for the screen. This is it outside. Lexi Wolf for three, no good. And Willis unable to come down with a rebound. Peoples, shot for two from the elbow, no good. Tip back out, and that's going to be deflected here. Thompson will pick it up. Goes up for the layup, no good. Willis with the rebound. Now for two again, and off the mark. So foul on Baker, her first. Team second. Taylor drives inside, and another nice, easy lane. (32-23) Lapel. Right side here, Willis here on the right wing. Guarded heavily there by Allman, now to Wolf. So number 23, Chloe Tucker, will re-enter the game here for Lapel. And a quick deflection out of bounds, so Wapahani will retain possession. Getting now down by 9 after a 7-0 run here by the Bulldogs. Shot's going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Peoples, and back come Lapel the other way. Allman down court for a nice open layup again. And a timeout will be taken here by your Raiders. So this will be their third charge timeout of the night. 34-23 Lapel. We'll step aside and we'll be back with more right after this. Alrighty, folks, again, 34-23 is the score here. I'd like to, again, thank some more sponsors here on the WHS Network. I'd like to thank Kenshaw Properties, owned by Kendra and Shane Franks. Kenshaw Properties is a Muncie-based company that offers Muncie area rental homes. For more information, check out their website at kenshawproperties.com. Again, that is KENSHA properties.com. You can also contact them at 765-356-1340. So with the timeout over with and both teams back out on the floor, the Raiders with possession of the basketball and in a rough way of going right now. You was only down by 2 points. It was 25-23. And since then, we have fell by the wayside something terrible. So hopefully we can get it back going here. Got to have the confidence to do so. Anything can happen, I'll tell you that much. Deflection out of bounds. Inbounded there tomorrow. Wise here in the corner looks to take it in, kicks it back out tomorrow. Now hand off to Wolf. Now Wise aggressively taking it here. Shot's going to be up, no good there from the elbow. Rebounded there by McDowell, and again back come the Lady Bulldogs the other way, leading by 11. 2:17 remaining here in the third. Post feed down low. Taylor no good for two. Got her own rebound. For heaven's sakes. Fallon Baker, her second. Team's third. So the first one up and no good for Taylor. We'll see Layla Lee re-enter the ball game here for Lexi Wolf. So again, Taylor out the line here for one more, if you can see her. A lot of bodies there in the way, and is able to convert there on the second one to give Lady Bulldogs here a 12-point lead. And Morrow gets the 2-point bucket. Nice shot there by Lexi. 4 points now there for Morrow on the night to go along with a couple of rebounds. Nap out near half court. Right side now to Tucker. Here's Peoples in the corner. Active basketball here. McDowell now on to Peoples again. And that's a takeaway. Nice hands by Baker. And the layup will be up, and it will be good. So Baker now 4 points on the night. So back to a 8-point lead. Peoples got away with the travel there. Now Taylor looking to drive baseline. Nice close off, shovel to feet. And that's going to be out of bounds off Lapel. Again, Thompson will walk it up the floor slowly here. Now, how to get things going. Now here's Baker. Now on the lead, takes it inside. Now back out to Thompson. Wise on the lead for two. No good, gets her own rebound and goes right back up for two. Beautifully done there by Layla. 4 points to go along with one rebound now that Iden back to a 6-point lead. Taylor now to net, back to, that's Tucker for two, no good. Oh man, and a foul underneath. Boy, oh boy. So the foul, number 12, Layla Lee, that's her second. Team's fourth. So technically that's going to be the end of the third quarter, but we do have two free throws here by Delaney Peoples at the buzzer. And the first one's up and good. And the second one will be up and off the front iron, no good. So, folks, that's going to end the third quarter, 36-29. Lapel leads after 3 quarters here from Lapel High School. We'll step aside for a quick break, and we'll be back here with the start of the fourth live on the WHS Network.
Need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Welcome back here with the start of the fourth quarter live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. So here we are, fourth quarter. It's do or die. Down by 7 points to open up this fourth quarter play. Again, a lot can happen. A lot of good things can happen for you, but you got to make it happen for yourself. Off the mark there, Thompson with the rebound. Rebound number 4 on the night here for Madison. And we're going to have a blocking foul called here on Lapel. It's going to be on number 33, Delaney Peoples. That's going to be her first. Team's second of the half. Total fouls altogether, Lapel only with 5 fouls in the entire ball game. Wapahani with 9. So both teams have done a relatively good job of not fouling, or well, at least maybe it's not called, but still nonetheless. 7-point Lapel lead. Taylor now in the corner to Willis for 3, no good. And another offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Seems like I'm saying that on a very consistent basis. Rebounded by Lee. Second rebound on the night there for her. Deep three here from Thompson, no good. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds. Lapel will maintain possession here with just under 7 minutes remaining. So Lily Daniels back into the fold here for the Bulldogs. Another easy, wide open layup. 38-29, Daniels on the 2-point bucket. Thompson in a little bit of a bind here. Finds Wise and will be fouled on the play. So the foul here on Anna Willis, her first. Team's third. So it wasn't a foul on the shot. And the Raiders will turn it over. Second turnover here in the second half gives them now 10 for the ball game. Daniels here in the corner up top. Peoples. Another wide open layup down low to Allman. And Lapel back to an 11-point lead. And now traveling violation called on Wapahani. See Jalen Willis back in, returning to the Raider lineup. So inbound here to Knepp. Nice hands by Wise, and we'll get the reverse layup to go. So Wise now with 12 points after the pick off. 2 points put on the board there, and Lapel will take a timeout. This will be their first charge timeout of the ball game. And we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. A little bit of a special announcement here this evening. Talked to a couple people associated with the Selma Athletic League in Selma, and they always want me to make an announcement from here on out. It's time for another year of baseball and softball with the Selma Athletic League. All registration must be done online, so make sure to visit their website at https:// and then 2 clubs.blue sombrero. That is BLUESOMBRERO.com /Selma and then ATH League. So again, I know that's a lot right there. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand that. But again, that website is https:// 2 clubs.blue and then sombrero, which is SOMBRERO.com /Selma and then ATH League. Again, that is all one, so make sure to, when you go to register online, again, registration fee $75 this year. If you do have any questions, you can email the Athletic League at their email, or also get on Facebook as well. Again, that deadline is March 1st to sign up for the baseball and softball seasons. Get down at the Selma Athletic League at the ballpark in Selma. And that's going to be a turnover there by Lapel. 9 turnovers down the night here for them. Ashley England for 3. No good there. Wise corralling the rebound. Dump down low, and Willis up and good for 2. She'll head to the line for one more. Big time made bucket there by Jalen. And a foul be on number 33, Delaney Peoples, her second, team's 4th. And a free throw attempt to be up and good. Beautifully done there by Jalen. Knapp with a handoff here to Daniels. Now to Peoples. Back to Knapp again. Takes it inside. Dumped down low and fouled on the play.
Going to the line to shoot 2 for the Bulls. Be 42. Ashley Allman. Raiders foul charge to number 33.
So the foul on Willis, her first. Team's 5th. So Allman at the line for 2, and the first one off the mark, no good. So as they usually say, the ball don't lie. Again, 40-34. Second up and no good as well. Rebounded. Actually, we're going to have an over the back foul here on Taylor. So it's going to be her second, team's 5th. So again, you're only down by 6. Really haven't, again, we haven't played our best game here this evening, but you're in striking distance. We've got to execute, though. You come up with stops, we've got to put points on the board. Obviously, that's the name of the game. Play defense, score points. We've got to do a better job of it. And a reach-in foul called here on Wapahani. That's going to be on number 11, Madison Thompson, her first, team 6th. So now all of a sudden, referees definitely calling a lot more. But of course, you know, if it's a foul, then it's a foul. Straight and simple as that. Oh, man. Very unfortunate there. That was solid defense there from Lee. Boy, oh boy. So the foul on Lee will be her 3rd, team 7th. So now Lapel in the bonus. Pardon me, that was Taylor at the line. And now an over the back foul called here on Lapel. So the foul on Delaney Peoples, that will be her 3rd. Team 6th. Lexi Wolf back in here for the Lady Raiders. 3:45 remaining. And Wapahani down by 6. Tell you what, if we can just get any kind of momentum generated here, you know, a couple big shots, anything possible. Thompson no good on the layup and will be fouled on the play. So the foul on Lily Daniels, her first, team 7th. So the Raiders now in the bonus. So 2 shots here for Madison. And the first one's going to be up, and it's going to be good. 1 point at a time, 1 possession at a time. Layla Lee back in here. Thompson with a second, and it's up, and it's good. And for heaven's sakes, this whole time I had the clock running. I apologize, folks. So again, 3.5 remaining. Again, technology isn't always what it all cracks up to be. I press the stop button, but the clock obviously did not stop. I just recognized it. So again, I apologize there, but another foul called here on Wapahani. Number 11, Thompson, her second. Team's 8th. So we'll see number 2, Lexi Wolf back in here for the Raiders. Number 12, Layla Lee. So again, we'll have Morgan Knepp at the line for the 1-1. Now we'll see Reese Baker also in here for Ashley England. And the first one up and good for Knepp. So that's her first point on the night. 41-36. Just under 3.5 remaining here in the fourth. Second free throw up and good as well. What's no surprise there, Knepp coming into the tournament, 73% free throw shooter. Double screen there. Thompson from the elbow up and good. That was a well-designed play right there. Beautifully executed. And there's a turnover. Outside to Baker, the three-pointer. Oh, Phillips! Good! From downtown! Holy Moses, that's what I was just talking about a second ago. Generate some momentum a little bit here, for heaven's sakes. Never know what can happen. So 42-41, 2:40 remaining. Taylor kicks it outside. Allman now to Peoples at the free throw line. She'll dribble it back up top. Hand off to Knepp. Takes it inside. And a traveling violation called. So Thompson again will walk the ball down floor here for the Raiders. 42-41 Lapel. Baker now on the wise, and that's going to be a turnover. And Peoples fouled on the play. So the foul here on Baker will be her third. Team's ninth. So again, Peoples at the line, shooting 2. 2:08 remaining here in the fourth. First one's going to be up, and it's going to be good. And rimmed out, no good on that one. Wise for the rebound. Rebound number 7 for her on the night. And Wapahani again will turn it over. Shot ourselves in the foot the last couple possessions now. Man, oh man. Timeout taken here by the Bulldogs. They have 3 timeouts remaining. Wapahani with 2. With a $1:48 remaining. 43-41 Lapel back right after this timeout. Folks, welcome back. Again, 43-41. Lapel leads here in the fourth quarter with 1:48 remaining. Again, it's going to be Lapel basketball. Again, the Raiders have turned it over the last 2 possessions. So we've had some opportunity here, but unfortunately we've kind of fell by the wayside the last couple possessions here. So now we need some defense. Knepp now on the Peoples, and she'll be fouled. And it's going to be on Layla Lee, so that's going to be her 4th, team's 10th.
Team's 10.
So now Lapel is in the double bonus, so they'll be at the line automatically for 2 shots from here on out. Every time they're fouled, Peoples again at the line here. Overall, a 57% free throw shooter, but she's seen some free throws fall for her so far here in this evening's ball game. See Willis back in the ball game here for the Raiders. Second free throw attempt up and no good. Willis with rebound number 4 on the night. 3-point ball game. Wise on to Thompson, now to Lee. Hand off there to Cameron. We're going to have another reach-in foul called here on Lapel. Foul number 30. McKinley Taylor, that's her 3rd. Team's 8th. So we'll have Layla Lee at the line. Morrow back in here. McKinley at the line for the 1-and-1. The first one's going to be up, and it's going to be good. Big time free throws right here. Second free throw attempt here by Lee. Will be up. And rims out, no good. Heavy pressure put on here by the Raiders. Down court here now, Peoples on to Knepp. And now timeout taken here by Lapel. With 1:12 remaining here in the 4th, it's Lapel 44, Wapahani 42. We'll step aside here again here for a quick timeout, and we'll be back right after this. All right, folks, 44-42 coming back out of the timeout. Lapel with possession of the basketball. And 1:12 remaining here in the 4th. Daniels inbounds it there to Peoples. And that fouled on the play by Thompson, so that'll be her 3rd. So again, Morgan Knepp at the line for 2 shots. And the first one's going to be up and rims out, no good. Rare occasion there. And the second one no good as well. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Nobody down there to rebound. You had nothing but Wapahani players. And we lost the ball out of bounds. Missed opportunity there. So foul here on number 4, Baker, her 4th. So now Daniels to the line for 2. Again, all that could have been avoided right there if we could have got that rebound. I mean, Lapel's given us more than enough chances here. And somehow, again, not to be disrespectful, but we keep messing it up somehow. And Daniels good with a second one. So back to a 3-point lead. 45-42. Now the Raiders will turn it over, and then a timeout will be taken by Lapel. Speechless, folks. I really am. Not too many times are you going to catch me speechless, but right now I am speechless. We have given so many opportunities away. So many opportunities away. We have turned it over essentially, you missed that rebound down low, the 2 missed free, lost that. So essentially, you're accustomed to 4 turnovers now, in which we've only managed, it was a 43-41 ball game at the time when we committed our first turnover. But, like I said, we've committed essentially 4 turnovers now, in which even if you convert 2 points on half of those, that's 4 points. You're winning the ball game right now. And again, I'm not trying to be mean, but for heaven's sakes, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. And it is bothering me like no end. That's just poor basketball, and I know that these ladies obviously have got it in them to play better than that, but man, can't let good opportunities go by the wayside. Knapp will get the pass deflected. Here's Thompson for 2, and it's up and it's good. Oh my goodness. Holy Moses. So we got 38 seconds on the clock. The timeout taken here by Wapahani. And we'll stick right here with you during the timeout again. Yet again, held speechless. This game has had so many back and forths when it's been close. Heck, we've been down by as much, I believe, as 12 or 13 points in this second half. And got to give these ladies obviously a lot of credit. We keep fighting. It's just getting over the mountain here. Once we get over the mountain, it's beautiful on the other side. I'm telling you, I know it is. But we've just got to find some way to get over this mountain. And right now, you're down by 1 point again. So we've got to continue to be very active defensively. That's obviously where it all starts. We've got to continue to create turnovers. We've done a much better job of that. But it's been sometimes in our ball control and then able to convert on the offensive end on some shots here. So again, the Raiders will play up here. Will full court press, if you will, put on. Or a form of. Knapp along the sideline gets it back to the middle here now. Taylor now to Daniels. And she'll be fouled by Thompson, so now that's her 4th. So now you have Baker, Thompson, Lee, all with 4 fouls apiece. Wise with 3. So we've got to find out someone else to foul here. So again, 2 free throws, as the first one is off the mark. This is a nerve-wracking ball game. But that's the beauty of Indiana high school basketball right there. Daniels up and no good with the second one. Wise with the rebound number 8. Thompson takes it inside. Shot's going to be up, and it's going to be good. 46-45. Knapp down court. And Allman will be fouled on the play. Oh, man. So the foul on Morrow, her second. Okay, so we'll have a timeout here by Wapahani. This will be their final charged timeout of the evening. Lapel with 1 timeout left. You got 10 seconds. You're going to have Ashlyn Allman at the line. Again, Allman on the season, a 54% free throw shooter. So obviously she's capable of missing them. Now here tonight, it's been kind of hit and miss every now and again here. You know, sometimes she's been able to have some success, and she hasn't shot a ton. Maybe 4 free throws probably on the night. I don't have the exact stats there for that young lady, but still, I mean, percentage-wise, statistics-wise, you like your chances here. But first and foremost, obviously you hope that she misses the first one. You want to start off on the right foot here, but nonetheless, you've got to be understanding of the situation here. So 2 shots here for Ashlyn Allman. And the first one's going to be up, and it's going to be no good. So now, rebounding, the most important key to this possession. Got to rebound the basketball on the miss. Free throws up, no good. Bounce back out. And we're going to have a jump ball, and the possession arrow will favor Wapahani. Oh, brother. So you got 8 seconds left. Again, Wise to inbound. And Thompson fouled on the play. So now she'll head to the line for the 1-and-1. Fouls on number 11, Knepp, her second. Team's 9th. So we will take 1 second off. It was kind of hard to see when she initially touched the basketball. It's kind of hard to again, start the clock. But Thompson at the line for the 1-and-1. Big time free throws right here for Thompson. And the first one's going to be up, and it's going to be good. All right, got to get it here. Second one's going to be up, and it's going to be good. 48-45, timeout by Lapel. I tell you what, folks. This team has completely changed things here within this last minute, if you will. You know, like I had said before, we turned the ball over 4 times. We had numerous opportunities. And, again, we let it go by the wayside. But the thing is, we kept fighting and clawing to get ourselves back in it. But then when we got in it, we didn't know what to do with it. And finally, we've got ourselves over the mountaintop, peeking over to the other side. Now we've just got 7 more seconds, and, well, we're heading on to the championship game, to the promised land, if you will. But 7 seconds is a very, and I do mean very, long time.
Pick somebody up. Pick somebody up.
Then bounded to Knepp. Now Daniels will be fouled on the play with 3 seconds left. So the foul on Maru will be her 3rd. So Daniels at the line for 2 shots. Okay, so again, Daniels at the line for 2, and the first one's up and good. Gotta block out. Gotta block out. And it's going to be Raider basketball. Okay, 3 seconds left, folks. Here we go. Wise to inbound. And we're going to have a foul called here on Knepp. And we're going to have a technical foul, actually, here on Knepp. So that will be her 3rd. That's a team's 10th. Of course, it doesn't matter anyway. So Baker at the line, and the first one's up, and it's good. big time. Again, the Raiders will have possession of the basketball as well, and the second one no good. So still a 3-point ball game. Again, neither team with a timeout remaining. 49-46, Wapahani. Wise will inbound the basketball here for the Lady Raiders. Inbounded to Thompson. And a reach-in foul with 1 second left. Foul here on number 3, Delaney Peoples, or 33 rather. That's her 4th. So again, Thompson at the line for 2. The first one's going to be up. Off the front iron, no good. All right, you got to have this one right here. Got to relax, take a deep breath, focus, shoot and hit. Second one's up and it's good. And the shot's going to be up, no good, and the Raiders have won it. The Raiders have won it. Oh, heck yes. 50-46, your final score here this evening. Lapel led it majority of the game, but the fighting Raiders keep fighting, and they're moving on to the Sectional 40 championship game tomorrow night. Folks, we'll step aside here for a break. We'll be back here with your Raiders Live post-game report right after this.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to our Raiders Live post-game report. Man, am I thrilled to say your Wapahani Lady Raiders defeated the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. And I don't mean that in disrespect towards Lapel, more towards the fact of Wapahani at times in this ballgame kind of seemed like they was just down and out of it. They couldn't get over that mountain. I talked about it there in the fourth quarter. We got there a couple different times. There was a few times during the ball game where we got down by 12, 13 points. Had that happen in the second half here as well. And we kept fighting, clawing, doing everything we could to get back in it and to stay within striking distance here. And again, we had it. I think it was a 2-point ball game. It was 43-41. Lapel had 4 turnovers, I believe. There, well, not necessarily in a row, but within like 6 or 7 possessions there. Only came away with 1 point. And we were still down by, I believe it was 5 at the time. It was 45-42, I believe. And I tell you what, for our ladies to keep fighting the way they did, and I know there was some things, that they, throughout the ball game, we struggled on defensively. I think we played a pretty solid ball game, but it was still the same standpoint of leaving girls wide open. Lapel had wide open looks, and for the most part, they was able to execute on those wide open looks underneath the basket. And those were the things that you don't want to see happen. That's going to end up killing you throughout the ball game, and it did. And so we've got to, we had to continue to go out here and keep getting after it defensively, and then things started working for us. We started playing better. We started being more aggressive on the defensive end, pressuring them a little bit more, and it forced them into turnovers. They had 10 second-half turnovers. That's what Wapahani forced. Lapel ended up having 14 for the ball game, which Lapel averages 15 turnovers a game. So we did all the necessary things to be successful, for the most part defensively, other than, again, leaving these girls open. Luckily, they didn't execute on the outside shots. Inside shots they did. But still, offensively, we finally found it as the game went along here, and that was a great team effort. A very, very good team effort here by Wapahani this evening. That's a lot to be proud of, but in the same token, you also have to understand we have more games to be won and a bigger goal that they're aiming for here. And you got a big one coming up tomorrow night against either Frankton or Monroe Central. And so, obviously, we'll cross that road once we get there. But right now, we are joined here by head coach Scott Hudson. And Coach, man, what a great win for you guys. I'm happy for you guys to be able to come out here. It was kind of a struggle throughout the ball game to kind of find the offense defensively. There was, I'm sure, some times where I'm sure he's probably a little upset with open possessions where they was finding some wide open looks down low. But you guys still did enough defensively to get the job done.
Well, we had to kind of pull everything out of the hat that we possibly could to try and get it. And, we didn't play great at certain times, but our girls stayed the course, took advantage of some missed free throws, made the plays we had to make down the stretch, and that's part of tournament play, living to play another day. And I just felt like our defensive intensity at the game, when we trapped, pressured a little bit, it kind of, they were a little bit trying to hold on to the lead, and we were trying to go after it, get it. And I thought some of the deflections and steals and the 50-50 balls were kind of the big difference in that at the very end right there. And we hit some free throws that we had to hit. So.
And, okay, now speaking of that, I really believe that, and you just touched on it there, your guys' defensive pressure really cranked up right there towards the end of the third, first part of the fourth. Do you believe that was one of the biggest differences in you guys getting the win here tonight?
I think, yes, I do. And I think that they didn't handle it. They had trouble handling that. So we had to try and find something because, we were running out of time. We had to extend our defense. We knew they were in the bonus, but we got, Cameron got a key steal underneath the basket, and then that kind of fueled some momentum for us to keep the pressure up. So when I look at it, I just think, and I don't even know who scored all our points, but our girls were just trying to battle, and we knew it was going to be a battle. They're a good team. They've won 17, 18 games, but that's why you play for 32 minutes. That's why you play the entire game.
Okay, so obviously now you go in here to tomorrow night's game, coming off a big game here tonight. What does this do for you and your team now going into tomorrow night with such a big win, riding on a big high like that, and to understand that you guys can very easily do this? It's just about making it happen.
We know that we can beat an excellent team in our sectional. We played Frankfort early in the year. We didn't have Madison Thompson. We played a really good, about 3/4 of the game against Monroe Central. So for us to have a chance to win, we got to come with the right mindset, and we got to do a lot of the little things right. That's the key. And, it's going to be a battle tomorrow night, whoever we play, because both these teams are real good quality. Obviously Monroe Central's got a lot of experience. Frankton's got a little bit of size. They bring some things to the table. But when you're in the championship game, you've got a chance. So, and we've played in the Delaware County Championship twice. We've advanced, so we know how you have to play. And that's the one thing we're going to lean on, that this is, how you have to play if you're going to win a championship, because Yorktown did it to us in the county tournament. So we got to look back a little bit of our history and learn from that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Well, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. That was big time. I'm happy for you and the coaching staff and the players. That's such a great win, a big win, and hopefully you guys can carry that on to tomorrow night.
Well, we're going to do the best we can. We're going to scout here a little bit, get out of here at the end of the third quarter, have a walkthrough tomorrow, 11, 12, 15, let them sleep in, come back at 4, get on the bus, about 5, and see if we can see what we can do.
Sounds good to me. Thanks, Coach.
Well, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is head coach Scott Hudson. Thanks for joining us here this evening for a little a post-game chat. But gosh, like I said, this is thrilling. It really is, to see these girls finally get it going and to play the way that they're capable of playing. We've said that so many times, and I even said it going into tonight. I didn't say it here on the air, but it was really about what team was going to show up tonight. And you can really kind of say that with about any team. I think everybody, has their games where, they're on, and then they have their games where they're not so much. And, we couldn't get it going offensively. We still held it within striking distance, but then we had some letdowns defensively, some easy looks, which is what I touched on with head coach Scott Hudson. But the effort was fabulous. I mean, these girls, yes, even though there was some open looks, they were still all over the floor working their tails off, and they battled. And that's why I kept saying they kept fighting and fighting and fighting throughout the ball game, and they fought hard enough to get the win here tonight and found enough offensively towards the end, again, coming up with some big turnovers, some key deflections. And again, it's all about frustrating your opponent defensively. That's one of the biggest keys to the ball game. That's what you aim to do every time out, is to frustrate your opponent as much as possible. Throw them off their game. And then hopefully that will continue to improve upon your game and be able to execute on the offensive part of the floor, which we did so late in the game. And I know head coach Scott Hudson also touched on key free throws. I can't say that enough. Key free throws that were made by your Raiders down the stretch were so important. Little things like that can dictate the outcome of a ball game. I talk about that all the time. That and rebounding and taking care of the basketball. And we did all of those, especially there towards late in the ball game there, and we did enough to win the ball game. And like I said, me and Redbeard is absolutely thrilled for those young ladies. That was big time, especially when things were kind of looking a little sour for us. We weren't, going in the right direction, but we kept clawing, and we fought our way back into it, and we won it. Now, also in the same token, I do want to send a lot of respect there to Lapel. That's a heck of a basketball program, and a lot of skilled basketball players, as well as a great coaching staff. And obviously, we know a lot about them from seeing them last week, and so. That's big time that they come out here and, well, at least from Wapahani's standpoint, and come back out here on Lapel's home floor and be able to get this big win like this is extremely important, especially to your morale going into tomorrow night's game for the sectional championship right here from Lapel. Scoring breakdown here, and we'll wrap things up with this. Madison Thompson leading the way with 20 points, 4 rebounds on the night, followed by Cameron Wise, 12 points, 8 rebounds. I'll tell you what, can't say enough about her and all these girls, really. Defensively, we got some key stops late in the ball game, some steals. Baker had a couple of them as well. Lexi Wolf did a solid job. There was everybody. Jalen Willis did a good job rebounding. Lexi Morrow, Layla Lee. It was a group effort, a group win, and everybody contributed greatly. But Cameron Wise, 12 points, 8 rebounds, followed by Reese Baker with 6 points, Layla Lee, 5 points, 2 rebounds, Lexi Morrow, 4 points, 3 rebounds, Jalen Willis, 3 points, 4 rebounds, and then finally here Lexi Wolf with 2 rebounds, and Ashley England with 1 rebound for a grand total of 50 points scored here for your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Again, a huge thanks to all of our sponsors. Couldn't do any of this without them. So I'd like to send a big thanks to Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC Dealership, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, Ken Shaw Properties, also the Muncie Dragway, FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, the Liberty Perry Alumni Association, and Kara J. Wolf, DDSPC. Again, couldn't do any of this without them, and we appreciate them for sponsoring us. And we appreciate you all for joining us here tonight for what was a great ball game and a big-time win here by your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Again, Wapahani now improves to 15-9 on the season. Lapel ends their season at 17-7. So, folks, again, we'll be back at it tomorrow. We got quite a bit of action going on tomorrow. We have your Raider boys basketball team at home against Union in a MEC conference matchup. So that obviously will start at 12 o'clock. It's a varsity only, no JV game. So make sure stay tuned in live tomorrow afternoon. Our Raiders Live pregame will set to begin around 11:50, 11:55, somewhere around in that area. Again, for our Raiders Live pregame. So make sure stay tuned in there with that. Catch tomorrow afternoon's ball game. Again, not a time that we usually play at, so a little unusual from that standpoint, but looking forward to a great ball game there tomorrow. And then, again, folks, tomorrow night we'll be right back here live on the WHS Network with the 2020 IHSAA Sectional 40 Girls Basketball Tournament Championship game against the winner of Monroe Central and Frankton. Again, we'll be posting all that later on following the conclusion of this Frankton-Monroe Central ball game. Again, we thank you all for watching us here tonight. So until tomorrow, folks, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy saying good night from Lapel.